What's going on, everybody? This is the Caption World Podcast, episode 9. This is Saturday, September 21st. 21st of September, man. Like I said, episode 9 again. This is David Carmichael. And we got my boy Stowe. We got a special guest, man. My homeboy Kyree, man.
Yep. What's up?
Yeah, man. Me and Kyree go way back, man. I know him from the ODU days.
Right.
So, out there we used to go party all the time.
Right.
There was a couple of people I knew out there. I used to come up there every weekend. And same routine, drink, trying to find a party. Get right to it. So, trying to find a job. I'll go between Norfolk State. I hit the school, the homeboys out of Norfolk State, or they might come out of ODU, back and forth.
This whole time, I thought you went to school there.
A lot of people thought I went to school there, yo.
Hey, quick shout out to all the beautiful women of ODU.
No cap.
The more beautiful women that NSU.
I gotta respectfully disagree.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out to them, man. Shoot, even the community college joints too. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to transfer.
TCC girls.
It's underrated.
TCC joints,
It's
the
definitely underrated.
TCC junks. Even Christopher Newport. Anywhere.
We see y'all.
Right. So yeah, Kyree, man. So let the audience or our listeners know, and that's a little bit of background about yourself and what you do as far as music or just anything.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, so like I said, my name is Kyree. I go by my full name, really, Kyree Wiley. Also on Kilo Kai, you know what I'm saying, as a moniker. You can find me on Instagram at Kilo Kai _. Twitter is Kyree Wiley. But yeah, man.
One more time.
Was that?
Repeat that one more time.
Yeah, so it's Kilo Kai, KILOKY _. That's on Instagram. And it's Kyree Wiley on Twitter. That's KY. Yeah, definitely. KYREEWILEY. But yeah, man, I'm just an upcoming rapper, really, from Norfolk, you know what I'm saying, 757, from the ground, really, you know what I'm saying, just try to do my thing out here and, show my face and put my music out, That's it, really.
That's what's up. You got any projects you're working on currently?
Yeah, right now I'm really working on an EP. It's going to be like a little taste before I do like a full-length project. So I just want to throw out songs because it's been a minute since I really put out music. So I want to get my people good little 4-song EP to put on, Apple Music and everything like that. But yeah, that's in the works. That should probably come out maybe early next year.
That's what's up. Where can our listeners find some of the work that you already have out now?
Yeah, as far as what I have out now, you can find it on SoundCloud. That's soundcloud.com /Kyree -Wiley. Like I said, it's KYREEWILEY. You can find it there. I'm on YouTube at, the same thing, youtube.com /Kyree Wiley Music. You can find me on, those two things, yep.
If somebody wanted to get general taste of your sound, what track would you suggest it?
If you want to get a general taste of my sound, the one I usually start people off with is a song I got called Chance to Fly.
That's my genre.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite genres. I fuck with that genre. Like, look, it's been a minute since you released that song.
Yeah.
But that's still my shit right there.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah.
And the Erykah Badu sample.
Yeah, that window seat sample.
Window seat sample, yeah. That's dope. Matter of fact, we should listen to after this podcast over with, but it's dope.
Yeah, no doubt. Appreciate you. But yeah, I usually start people off with that one because, it's really like a good little intro. I try to make my shit more. I don't even say I tried. It's just how it comes out. I grew up really listening to 90s hip hop and New York rap. So when I do my music, that's what I relate to. That's what I go for. So with that track, it's really an introduction of what my music sounds like, how I rap, what I'm about. And it's really just bars and showboating and, the confidence that I get when I listen to my favorite rappers. I try to portray that on my music. So
that's what's up, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, even Kyree, he had performed at my fashion show last year.
Yeah.
He killed it there too, and that was my first time, seeing him perform, his songs. And but yeah, man, keep doing your thing, bro. I'm definitely supporting.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Definitely.
All the talented people in this area. You know what I'm saying?
It's a lot of us too.
It's a lot of us, bro.
Yeah.
Even with that, I keep mentioning, that's something in the Water Festival that kind of really inspired me to keep going with what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And it was a good thing for Pharrell to really highlight the talent that's in the 7-5 and let the world know, or just the country know, like, don't sleep on the 757 area.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good products as far as music and sports, from Iverson to Vic to Missy, Pharrell.
Yeah.
There's probably a lot of people I'm forgetting, but we just have a lot of talent, man. So,
Definitely, even the local talent that's coming up right now, like I feel like I'm in the same type of like peer group with, like Young Crazy is doing it like big right now.
Crazy, bro.
Like
he's going crazy.
Yeah.
No
So
pun intended.
Paul pun intended. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous right now. So I always feel like it's really like Norfolk and the 757 in particular has been like a real, like diamond in the rough. I just think like give it some time, we're gonna really like pop out something serious soon. So I can feel it really.
Right.
Yeah. So.
No doubt, man.
What would it take for, like, I guess people from other areas to be heavily involved with the 7-5? Like, would the artists of the 7-5 have to band together to, like, start something big for, to reach a broader audience? Or, like, what do you think?
I always think, like, when we're stronger together. So we all support each other, all, like, get behind each other. We could definitely, like, make waves and get, further than just, the corners of the 757. And I do think, like, the surrounding areas have already taken notice. I think a lot of times people from, like, Richmond and Northern Virginia, they come down here, and it's always love in between us. So, like, I always think, like, if we all come together, really the whole Virginia area, for real, come together, we can definitely, like, move out of this place and like show the world really what we can do. And it really just takes that support, that support between everybody, for everybody, Yeah.
That seems like that's the answer.
Yeah.
Some people don't really want to let that happen. It's just, I feel like we do support each other a lot, but it's just, it'd be a couple of bad apples that try to just hate on someone that's trying to do their thing.
Yeah. I think
go ahead.
a lot of times when you see somebody take off before you might not want to like, be so quick to support because you feel like, it might have should have been you. But I think everybody just got to realize, everybody has their time, and you supporting the next person is going to open doors for you in the future too. So that's really a focus. I think just that love and support. I don't see the sense in it really to not, show love to people who are you see doing things like out here, So.
Yeah, like I said, it's a lot of time in 757, so we definitely support each other, and even just liking a post, sharing a post, listening to a song, streaming a song.
It's simple.
It's not all about us giving people money. That's whatever they're doing to try to support the best you can. So, but we definitely gonna talk about music later on this podcast. Let's switch the topic right quick. We're gonna talk about some news topics, man. We kind of just have like a barbershop discussion kind of every time we talk on this podcast.
Yeah, I feel it.
So I know one thing I've seen, man. I know we've been hearing about the Area 51 raid that was supposed to happen, but it didn't happen. It was supposed to be yesterday, but I think some people were out there, but it wasn't like how we all thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
But I kind of figured it wasn't going to happen. But I was just real curious to see if those people were really going to like try to bombard everything in Area 51.
No, sir, because they would have got shot inside. They probably gathered around the jail on the outside, but as people barging in, nobody about to lose their life for something stupid.
I'm actually surprised people even showed up to like be outside of it. So it didn't happen, but people were there like waiting for it to happen, or like I won't really following it.
Yeah, they just gathered around the area.
Okay.
They didn't actually try to intrude in it though, but like
that's crazy.
I was hoping they did. Like,
yeah, that would have been a hell of a story.
I guess I didn't want to see people get killed either, but that would have been a massacre, bro. But I don't know. I think the government had to step in. Like, even if they were really going to do it, I think the government had to do something. It's like, look, bro, y'all need to not do this now.
Yeah, I think what would have happened if they were to like decide they was gonna storm. I don't think the government would have just like shot them up or something like that. I think maybe they would have like showed them like. Just showed them the guns and showed them that it's not really a good idea, and then it would have. Okay, yeah. See, yeah, that's probably why it ain't happening. That's what.
But y'all think it's inside the Area 51, like for real?
Oh man, I don't know, man. Probably just some equipment that we just don't know about. I know, as far as the UFO sightings, it's been. The conspiracies, or people would say it might be just like unidentified military objects, not like alien aircraft, but just military aircraft. They're just testing out.
Yeah.
But probably just defense, materials or whatever. Just they're just trying to hide from everybody else.
Yeah, like I think I definitely believe that, you know what I'm saying, there's aliens out there, but part of me, I don't believe that we've discovered it yet. So I don't think like in Area 51 it's gonna be like test tubes of like alien babies or something like that going on.
Right.
But I could definitely see like just some like classified material, classified, you know what I'm saying, things that they don't want people to see. Also, I feel like at this point, Area 51's been around long enough. I think they probably would have moved it because so many people know about it. So if they did have stuff there, they probably moved it somewhere else. But I don't know. It's definitely a curious thing to think about. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna find out when we get on the other side. Hopefully the Lord will tell us the secrets.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. So I mean, I guess it's a good thing that nothing crazy happened.
Yeah, it's a smart decision.
But yeah, so let's talk about the NFL, man. A lot of crazy stuff been happening, especially with Antonio Brown. But before we talk about him, let's just talk about, I don't know, all these injuries that have been happening so far. You got Big Ben Roethlisberger got hurt. Drew Brees got hurt. Nick Foles got hurt, man. It's like 3 injuries like last week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Season just started,
man. And I'm kind of upset because I had Big Ben on my fantasy team.
Oh man.
And yeah, all I got is he went crazy last year. So I was like, in the draft, I was trying to get my wide receivers and my running backs early, and I was like, I can give me a quarterback later in the round. And I was like, oh, Big Ben right there, he did pretty good. Even though he don't got Antonio Brown no more.
Yeah. So
I picked him up, and he got hurt second game.
You think he done after this season? You think this the one that's going to do it? I agree.
I think Mike Tomlin's on the hot seat. I don't think he should be, but
yeah,
I don't know. I just how I be with coaches. Man.
Ain't Mike Tomlin for Newport News?
He went to Denby. Okay, I believe. Okay, and of course he coached at William and Mary.
Okay.
But I'm not sure what city he's from around here.
I feel like I seen that somewhere, but I don't know. I think like if you a 2-time Super Bowl winning coach, or do you win it once?
I think what's the coach before?
Bill Cowher.
Bill Cowher won one, and then
okay.
What's the name won one?
Okay, I feel like if you're a Super Bowl winning coach, you can't really, and it's not like I heard he's never had a losing season, right? And he's always been like you said, Big Ben went crazy last year. I feel like he's always had like a great offense. Like the Steelers have always been good. They seem to always get like a great wide receiver in the draft somehow. They've had like 7 top-notch wide receivers. Right. So I feel like when you got that type of like ability to put together a team and to constantly compete, you can't be on the hot seat like after like, just not making a Super Bowl for a couple of years. I feel like he shouldn't be on the hot seat. And I always, with things like this, I always look at, race. I feel like it's not many black coaches out there. I don't want to see. Like I feel like Andy Reid has never been to the Super Bowl, and I'm an Eagles fan. And Andy Reid has never like won a Super Bowl. He's been to the Super Bowl, but he's never won a Super Bowl, and we're never talking about him being on the hot seat, really. So I just feel like black coaches get like a shorter leash, and I don't want to see Mike Tomlin be on the hot seat because he hasn't made the Super Bowl recently. I don't know.
Yeah, it's the same way with quarterbacks, I believe. Like black quarterbacks, they don't have time. I don't know, like you've seen it with RG3, Teddy Bridgewater, even though Teddy Bridgewater's playing in Drew Brees' place now. Yeah. Even with Michael Vick, even though, everybody know that story. Yeah. But the downfall of black quarterbacks. Even Cam now. I was going to say. They're saying Cam is done.
Yeah, how? The former MVP Cam Newton is going to replace Cam Newton? That's... I feel like you said, I feel like Blake Bortles was like the Jaguars starting quarterback for like 5 years. Right. And it was trashed the entire time. Eli Manning's been trashed for a long time, and they just benched him. Right. I just feel like, you get like a shorter leash if you're a black quarterback, but
Yeah, I mean, that's true, man. Hopefully Cam will get it together because, I don't know. I mean, I know he's not right, but
he's been hurt a lot. And I mean, I don't know. I know he's a good quarterback. Just sometimes it'd be unfortunate with you getting hurt, but hopefully he'll make it through, man. Hopefully they don't, panic and think they got to make a change or try to get rid of him or whatever. Yeah, he's only 30 years old. Yeah, exactly.
You know, Tom
Exactly.
Brady like 40 something years old.
Tom Brady's 43.
43, bro.
That's
He's
ridiculous.
playing, that's wild. So it's like, it's just weird though. I wonder why. Like, how does Tom Brady never get hit? Well, he gets hit, but not like
Yeah.
injury type hits. You know, I don't understand how come year after year he never like gets hurt, bro. But like you got these black quarterbacks, or just any other quarterbacks in general that's running for their lives and getting you know, can hit all the time.
Yeah, for Cam Newton in particular, I think the way they do their offense, it's so predicated on him running the ball that of course he was gonna get hit. Same thing with Andrew Luck. Andrew Luck and Cam Newton probably had like a similar, even though Andrew Luck was more of a passer than Cam Newton was, but Andrew Luck was hit a lot too. And when you hit that much, that injury bug just, you know what I'm saying, that could derail a lot of careers. So
yeah, that Andrew Luck story is sad, man.
Yeah.
Like, he was pretty decent. And it was crazy because it was him and RG3 were the ones that came in the league.
Well, there was 1 and 2.
And that was just going crazy. And then RG3 got hurt. And we thought he was going to be out the league before Andrew Luck, but it was the other way around. Like, RG3 still on the team.
Yeah, that's a fact.
It's crazy how the tables turn like that, bro.
Yeah. You think, well, I don't know. I feel like when you retire early like that, like it had to really be bothering him, like, or really, he had to be really hurt. Or you think getting injured so much just like kills your motivation to play football, or did he have something else? I heard he was a real smart dude. I think he went to
Stanford.
He went to Stanford, yeah. So he was a real smart dude. He probably had like, you know, backup plans and things like that. But like, that's crazy to give up football like that, and you know, a star quarterback.
Yeah, some people just be tired of it though. Like, I think for him, he was just like the injuries took a toll on him. He just couldn't play through them. Yeah, and I think he really had some serious injuries he was playing through. Yeah, and then, you know, sometimes he would be like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna just retire." Yeah, you know, because that CTE stuff is real too. So yeah, I guess he just wanted to, you know, if that was going to happen, he didn't want that to happen to him. So might as well get out while his body's still somewhat right.
I'm sure he made a bunch of money. I heard they let him keep a signing bonus or something crazy like that where he's still getting paid.
That's what's up.
And you know what I'm saying? So, you know, I respect it. But it's just crazy for the NFL because it's a bad look. Cause like you said, the CTE thing is real right now. And I've been thinking, like, am I going to let my kid play football? Like, it's so dangerous. Right. Like, how do you make that decision? Like, of course, my stance is if he want to play, I'm going to let him play, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to definitely try to tell him about the consequences that you could have playing football, you know what I'm saying, at a high level. So it's definitely a conversation that needs to be had. So it's just wild to me.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, Andrew Luck is definitely, he would have, you know, he was on his way to the Hall of Fame if he would have kept playing. But, you know, that's what happens sometimes when athletes, you know, you don't really see their true potential. Yeah. You can name plenty of athletes from the NBA to the NFL that either retired too soon or got hurt too soon. Yeah. Never seen their full potential, man. So, yeah. But, shout out to the Cowboys. Me and Sco and the other homeboys was at the game last week. Shit. We didn't go inside, we were just tailgating.
That's what's up.
And, you know, that was fun. That was like my first time actually tailgating the whole time outside the stadium.
It was a fun experience.
Yeah.
All the people were nice. Like, everywhere we went, like, we had conversations with different people. They'll give us, like, alcohol and stuff. So
it was in Washington or y'all went to?
Yeah, Washington.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that was fun, man. And, you know, my people had the TV in the back, and we had the tent, so we was drinking, we was watching the game.
Oh, yeah, see.
It was dope. Yeah, but this nigga Antonio Brown, man. Like, he wanted to leave the Steelers. He
got out of that situation.
Went to Oakland, and then he just finessed his way out of Oakland and went to the Patriots, and everybody was saying, goddamn Super Bowl already. Yeah. And then nigga played one game, caught a touchdown pass from Tom Brady. Yeah. Like, here you go. The ball's on, and nigga about to be like Randy Moss all over again in 2007. Yeah. And then, yesterday the nigga got released.
Yeah. I can't be. Like, a part of me, like, I got people in my life who tell me, like, that's fucked up. Like, they released them, they targeting black men. But Antonio Brown has really been an asshole for, like, the whole offseason. And when he actually got what he wanted, he was still a jerk. And I can't say, like, like accusations and stuff like that with like rape and domestic violence and stuff like that is very serious. So I don't want to say, nothing too crazy, but I feel like if I would have believed that, somebody did it, it would be Antonio Brown, because he's just been wilding right now. Like I don't know if he's like mentally stable enough to like.
That's what I be thinking.
To say that he didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's crazy.
We won't know till we know.
Ain't nobody know but God and the people involved.
Right. They said those text messages are online somewhere. And I think I was reading comments on like different stories about him, and they were saying whatever he said wasn't that bad. But I think other stories I've heard, they say it's more text messages though. So I don't know, man. It's just like we were saying before on an episode before about Antonio Brown, we were just hoping, the rape allegations, man. It's just, and it's crazy how you can lose endorsements and getting fired for allegations.
Yeah.
And it's like a trend. Like if anything comes up about somebody with, a rape charge or anything, it's like allegations. Oh, you're done. You're not gonna wait for the story to come out.
Yeah. For a man, like for a woman, I don't know. It's like different. Like everybody got the news. No, everybody seen Cardi B admit that she used to drug men and rob them. And it just flew over the radar. Like
not only did she say that on Twitter, but it's a movie that came out yesterday. It's about that. I was watching the movie. Like this is exactly what Cardi B was like saying, and she's in the movie, and it's like it's a hit movie. So like it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's crazy because I was seeing women, like I would talk to women about it, and they'll be like, "Well, it's the guy's fault for buying a hooker or whatever. They deserve the XYZ, so it's not her fault." And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's just a double standard.
That's wild.
That's ridiculous.
Definitely double standards, man. But
yeah, with the allegations with AB, like, I mean, I hope it's not true, because like I've heard firsthand of situations where women try to use allegations to finesse for money and stuff like that. So I mean, it's never one way. Like.
And look how easy it was. Like, say hypothetically, it's all fake. It's all not true, right? He hasn't been proven guilty or nothing, but he's already been released from the Patriots. I think he lost his like a Nike deal or something. Yep. Lost his Nike deal, so he's already losing money because of this. And if it was all fake and she just threatened to do this, smart, like if I was Antonio Brown, I would definitely consider like just paying her off so that she don't even bring this up, because even allegations mess my career up. So if he would have just gave her $1 million, like she could have avoided this, and it would have made sense. You know what I'm saying? It would have made she would have got off. She would have got away with it. So it's crazy to me. I don't know how you combat that.
That's wild, bro. Like this, I don't know if y'all watch Ballers. It's the show with The Rock.
I heard about it.
It's like a football show, and like they kind of talked about that. Like I forgot what episode it was, but one dude was he was like, what was he doing? Drinking, and he was like sniffing cocaine or something. It was like an NFL player on the show. You know what I'm saying? Not a real NFL player.
Yeah.
And then somebody had a video of him doing that.
Yeah.
And then The Rock was like he was his like assistant or something, or financial advisor. So they had to like find a way to get the tape. And the dude that had it bribed them, or it was like, y'all got to pay me this amount of money, or I'm gonna release the tape.
You put it up for ransom.
Yeah, put up for ransom. Like I wonder, I'm pretty sure shit like that be happening in real life too. Like call somebody doing something crazy and be like, look, you got to pay me this amount of money, or this shit can go in public. On your whole career and shit like that, man. It's wild out here.
Yeah, it's just not like, I guess it's the price you pay for celebrity, but I don't know.
So do y'all think it's pretty sure Antonio Brown not gonna play again this year, but y'all think he's done, or you think he gonna be able to play next year, or nobody gonna want to take a chance on him, or what? What y'all think?
I think he's too good to not take a chance on him. I'm actually surprised the Patriots released him. Like I know allegations is crazy, but the Patriots always seem like a type, like so mute on everything. They won't even give you no type of emotion when they had their press conferences. I thought they were just gonna like ignore it and try to win the Super Bowl. But they released them. So I definitely feel like,
man, they don't need that nigga to run the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they don't.
No, like a cherry on top of a cherry. Like
they don't.
Niggas gonna win the they gonna win the ring with no name players for how long, man? Like
6 times in a row.
Right. Even when they had Randy Moss, they didn't even win it that year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
So I feel like I wouldn't be surprised if somebody did take a chance on him, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they, capping it to me either. Right. But I guess we'll find out. It's really out of his control at this point.
Yeah, facts, man. So praying that those rape allegations ain't true.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, you just want to make sure you get the story right, get all the facts, and then make a wise decision after that.
Exactly. If it is true, then he deserves whatever he get.
Facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is, man. So let's switch topics again. Let's talk about some music again, man. All right, Kyree. Top 5 rappers.
Top 5 rappers.
All time.
Of all time. All right. So, I feel like this question is always like from left field. You're like, you never prepared for this.
Right. That's the whole point.
All right. So my number 1.
It don't gotta be in order, but if it is in order, that's fine too.
Gotcha. I'm gonna do just my top 5 rappers based on, objectively. I feel like you can't match Jay-Z, you know what I'm saying, and what he's done and is still doing. I feel like, Jay-Z's almost 50 years old, and if a Jay-Z album came out today, it'll probably still, go gold. So
gold, platinum.
Platinum too, probably.
Platinum.
Right.
Yeah, so at least gold, but definitely probably platinum. Jay-Z, I feel like Lil Wayne had too much of an impact on the game for me to leave him out.
Facts.
I'll put Tupac there. The last 2 for me, I feel like this was gonna be more personal for me, but I'll say 50. I feel like when 50 came out, it was the amount of like hype that he had. I don't think anybody's ever like reached that again. I think.
The buzz he had was crazy.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I'll put 50 there, and I'll probably go with the safe bet and put Biggie as my 5 probably.
Right.
Yeah, So I'll go with that one. Nas is close too, but I always gravitated toward more Hove than Nas.
Yeah,
but I definitely respect Nas. But Nas would be a 6 if I had to put anything. But I don't know. Ask me tomorrow, my list might change. So
right.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I'm about to say mine. I feel like cause I had this on the previous episode. And I feel like I'm about to, if I listen to the previous episode, it'd probably be different. I can't remember what my top 5 was last time.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go with, not no particular order, Jay-Z, Tupac, Lil Wayne, Kendrick. And this is based off who, I'm not really basing off like who's like talent-wise or just like overall. And I'm going to put Drake because... Yeah. Even though Drake is more, he sings and raps though, but I feel like what he's done for music, nobody can take that away from him. Even though he might not be the most lyrical rapper or whatever, I think he's one of the most talented hip hop artists of all time to me.
Drake is definitely like super talented, but I just feel like once that, and I don't hate to be this guy, but once that Ghost Rider shit came out, I feel like I can't put him in the top 5 best rappers list. Even though like I listen to Drake like probably more than any other rapper right now, like Drake. And I feel like, lyrically, he's top notch, but I just don't know if he, wrote my favorite stuff or not anymore. Like, I don't know. So I can't.
But Drake writes songs too, though.
He do write songs too. But I don't know, man. I don't know. Like,
I don't know. But my question is, when it comes to when you're recording in the studio, and you probably can tell me about this, Kyree. When you're in the studio and you're coming up with a song, coming up with lyrics, coming up with a chorus, like, you have people in the studio, you have your I guess your engineer, producer, whatever.
Yeah.
You got the rapper in there that's doing the song. Yeah. Like, do people give you like some advice on, you should say this, or this should be a part of the chorus, or like how does it go?
People definitely.
What do you think?
People definitely give me advice, or like might suggest something. It's up to me whether or not I take that or I use that or not. And I have no problem with that. Like, that's just a creative space. People giving you an idea.
I don't see that as ghostwriting.
Yeah.
Like suggestions.
Definitely not ghostwriting.
If somebody came and brought you a verse,
brought you a whole,
not a chorus, but a verse.
Yeah,
that's not respected.
Yeah, like chorus is cool because chorus everybody can't sing. You know what I'm saying? You might have help with your chorus, but a verse as a rapper, and you consider yourself a rapper, like you can't. I could never like have somebody pen my whole verse. That'd be, I wouldn't even feel right. Reciting that into the microphone. That's crazy to me.
You don't think that's what really happened? He just gave him the verse.
Now we heard.
It's a reference track, right?
Yeah.
So does it mean it's just the lyrics, or this is just how it will sound good if you say it like this?
I think
you might have had the lyrics, but
the way I got the story was like, Quentin Miller or whoever did, you know what I'm saying, whoever gave the reference track, had a song that they had already made, or at least a part of a song. And it was like, you know who would kill this shit, who would sound good saying this? Drake. Let me see what Drake thinks about this song. And then he sent them the song, and then Drake, you know, copied what dude did on the song. You know what I'm saying? But it was just Drake's voice, you know what I'm saying? Or maybe he changed a couple things, but the skeleton of the track was given by somebody else. Yeah. That's a ghostwriter. So, like, yeah, if it was just the hook, then I feel differently. But if it was like the verse, and I heard one, I think it was on his, I forgot what the name of that mixtape or album was. If you're reading this, it's too late. Right. One of the songs there, it was like riding through the six with my woes. That song was so personal when I heard it. Like it sounded like I really feel like this is Drake was taking me through Toronto, and this is how he felt at the time. But then I heard, you know, actually Quentin Miller wrote that for Drake.
Oh, didn't know that.
Yeah. So like it's like, how can you really respect that as you know? And it's different for Drake because I know Drake. Like you said, we know Drake writes for other people, and we know Drake is talented. But you know, he just made a decision to get his record for somebody else. And
I don't know, man. Maybe you know, there's some other rappers that we don't know about.
Nah, I believe it too. I believe that.
It's probably not like, of course, Jay-Z now. Lil Wayne, you know, like it might be some other rappers.
Yeah, Wayne.
There, but no, the lyrical MCs, I'm pretty sure they don't. You probably get some advice, but the whole track.
Yeah, I feel like the double back on what we were saying earlier. If you're in the studio and you get somebody who, you know, has a good idea, and you let your pride get in the way of you taking that idea, you know, and incorporating it into, you know, what you're doing, I think that's just naive. So I definitely don't, look away at somebody who takes an idea and then builds on it. But, you know, It's different. It's just different.
Yeah, man. All right, so do your top 5.
Oh, yeah.
My top 5 would be Hov, Nas, Kanye, Kendrick, and shoot, I got one more, right?
No Lupe?
It might be Lupe. I'm trying to think. Let me I'm gonna give it to Lupe.
You grew up a big Lupe fan?
I'm a huge Lupe fan.
Gotcha. I feel like I knew another huge Lupe fan. Me and him used to, like, back in middle school, high school, we used to argue of who was the best rapper, Lupe or Lil Wayne. At the time, you know.
At the time, probably Lil Wayne, but right now, Lupe.
Yeah. I could even, like back then I didn't see it when I was younger, how Lupe could be even considered, because at that time Lil Wayne was just everything to everybody.
That's true.
But now I definitely see, like, the appeal of Lupe, and I feel like these days Lupe fans have kind of like fallen off on the Lupe train. Like, I wasn't a huge fan of Lupe Fiasco, but it seems like he either alienated y'all or like has let y'all down or something. What would you think? Like, is that
as far as Lupe goes, it was just he was having a lot of problems with his label, so he couldn't release the type of sound that he wanted to sound like. He had to do a lot of like feature tracks and like radio hits, which he wasn't into for real. But once he got released from his label, he was able to work on projects that, you know, the original Lupe, like the Food and Liquor and like the laser type sounds that, you know, fans wanted. Like, he released Testo and Youth, and I think his last release was Druggist Wave, and those albums were dope.
Yeah.
Druggist Light, it wasn't like that, but huge Lupe fan.
Yeah.
This is like, he's like, his lyrical level's like on Nas.
Yeah.
And like, it's like, when he rap, he don't curse a lot or if at all. It's just straight bars and double entendres, and I rap Genius a lot of songs.
You got to with Lupe Fiasco, I feel like.
Exactly. You got to rap Genius, Lupe Fiasco. It's like, everything is like... Everything is like... How can I say this? Like, everything means something. Every bar...
Has a concept.
Has a concept. There's no empty bars when Lupe is rapping.
Yeah.
And I think that's why I'm a huge fan of his.
Yeah, no, I respect it. Like, I always like, I seen that even though I didn't, like, you know, wasn't a huge fan, or I didn't, like, you know, listen to whole albums by Lupe, I could see the talent, and I knew he was nice. You know what I'm saying? So I always knew, like, he was, you know, top up there with, like, lyricism and shit like that. So,
and like, to relate him with Nas, it's like with Nas, like Nas always have like messages and hidden gems in his lyrics, and Lupe do too. So it's like you don't catch it the first time or the second time, but you might catch something the third time or the fourth time. It's just, so it creates a better listening experience.
Exactly. Like I said, I feel that, and I like to incorporate that in like my lyrics too. I don't like to go like as. I feel like Lupe have you layer on layer on layer, like triple entendres, and all.
See, that's why people are not a fan favorite of Lupe, because it's like he's too.
It's so dense.
Intricate, it's too dense, and he refuses to, like he said, like he got a song called "Dumb It Down" because he refuses to dumb down his lyrics.
Yeah,
and like that's how I respect Kendrick and Lupe. Like they have like they don't dumb down the lyrics, but like I feel like Cole, he dumbs down his lyrics to have his following, have a better experience with, his replay value.
I'm a huge Cole fan.
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah, and
I feel like he could be like more. He can be more intricate, but he chooses not to.
I can see why you.
And I understand why.
I never thought about that. I never thought that he did that. But I definitely can see that. I think I like Cole because I like Cole over Kendrick because of exactly what you said. His stuff is more easier to digest, and I don't know if he does it on purpose, or I don't know if he can't go to the level Kendrick goes, but I don't think it's necessary. I think when you have a message that's you can see it, you can it like off first listen, and you know what it is. I think that's a talent in and of itself. Like you can say the least. And it still be impactful. Like I feel like Cole is underrated in that regard. I feel like a lot of people, when I hear Cole hate, it be, he's boring, or what I'm saying, he's I think Cole fans are similar to Cowboy fans. I think Cole fans annoy people who aren't Cole fans so much that people just hate Cole just because of that. Just like with Cowboy fans. Like Cowboy fans are so, no offense, obnoxious sometimes that like it makes you want to hate them. But I think people don't really dislike Cole. They just, because a lot of times people will say, oh, Cole, if you don't like Cole, you just don't understand the music. And that's like, not true. That's not true, number one. And it's just a slap in the face, like to people who just aren't fans. You know what I'm saying? That's just disrespectful. So I think that's why he gets this hate. But
because I was a Cole fan at first, like I won't listen to Kendrick at all. And when I heard Kendrick, I was just like, wow, like the way he's just able to like attack tracks differently. Like he has like various intricate styles. Like he's just not the same on every track. Not saying that Cole is, but like I feel like Kendrick is more versatile than Cole.
I can see that.
I feel like he's more lyrical than Cole. I feel like Cole's more melodic than Kendrick, in which, you're having your fans like, repeat your songs and sing your songs, and it's like more memorable. He creates more memorable listening experiences.
Yeah.
But that's just in my opinion.
Yeah, with me, I like passion in the music when I can hear it in your voice, and I think they both have that.
Yeah, they both have that.
But I think Cole makes me feel more. I don't know if it's the topics that he touch on or just his voice or what it is, but Cole makes me feel the passion when he does get into that bag. Like when he had a song called "Be Free," and he was just singing and rapping a little bit about wanting to like get out of the chokehold that really feels like black people or black men in particular are under when you see a lot of us get killed by cops in America. Like he was able to portray that in a song that was really like 1 minute and 30 seconds, and it really made me feel like that emotion that gives me, and it was like easy for me, and that's why I put Cole over Kendrick. But when I do hear Kendrick rap as well, I can hear the passion in his voice too. Like when he did. I like Good Kid, Mad City more than his other stuff. But
that's probably my favorite album.
Yeah, mine too.
But the best album is to Build the Butterfly.
That's what I hear.
It's weird because I can say that's the best album, but my personal favorite.
Yeah, you can still have a favorite.
Mad City. Like, I can, what I'm saying. I can understand how that can be the better album. I can listen to it and know that. But it's probably just the sound of Good Kid, Mad City is what makes me like that more. Yeah,
like I said, it's all about feeling. I feel like that gave me a better feeling or a different feeling that I like more.
Like Sing About Me was just so...
Sing About Me, I'm Down to Thirst is crazy.
It's deep.
Yeah. and it's creative as hell. Like it ain't like it's deep for the sake of being deep, but it's also like the way he did it. Like I think the first verse was from a different perspective. The second verse was from a different perspective than the first one. It's so deep that I think it's just you gotta tip your hat to that.
Y'all seen that? I guess it was the news that Cole not doing any more features.
Yeah.
Really? Is that a true statement?
I don't know if I believe him, but that's what he said.
He was Lupe, he was done with features a long time ago.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I guess he was like, all right, niggas, I'm going to do some features. Y'all can shut the hell up. And after that, I'm going to just not do that again. Y'all what y'all want, and then I'm going to go back in my bag. You think his next album will have no features again?
Yeah.
Let's give us a couple of features. You don't gotta be like, oh yeah.
I think he should do exactly what he did with doing features for other people. He should do with an album. Like I think he should just have a bunch of features on his next album, just because that's what the fans have been asking for, and just to get it out the way. Like yeah, I did it. There you go. Right. But the way I see him being so stubborn, I don't think so. I think he might have I feel like it'd be a disservice to not have Jid on your next album because Jid is so talented.
Right, Jid is crazy.
Yeah, and he's
Jid is like their Kendrick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Or their Isaiah Rashad. Like if we're doing Top Dog and Dreamville, but Jid does sound like Kendrick though.
He does.
But he sounds like him, but he still has his own style.
Yeah, exactly.
He still has his own style. Like Logic sounds like Kendrick.
Logic sounds like a lot of people.
He sounds like a lot of people, but he definitely sounds like a poor man Kendrick.
Yeah, I can see that.
And
I like Logic though.
Cool, but I just wish he found his own sound.
Yeah,
and I could respect him more.
I think he has it, but he deviates from it and goes back to sounding like Yeah, but I like Logic a lot though. Logic can rap. You know what I'm saying? Gang Related is probably one of my top 5 songs ever. Right. But
to me, I put Mac over Logic any day.
Mac Miller over Logic.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because he has his own sound and it's him.
Yeah, it's Mac Miller.
Like anybody else, it's him.
He was original.
Yeah.
I probably listen to Mac Miller as far as white rappers more than Eminem, to be honest.
Yeah.
I say something like that in front of an Eminem fan, and they just act like I don't know music. Like Eminem is great, but Eminem is not like the end all be all with rappers. Period, or like white rappers, or like people. His fans are like they really ride for him. So I guess I respect it, but.
I just never listened to
Eminem's. Me neither.
He's even like his best album.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the Marshall Mathers LP. I never listened to that top to bad.
Yeah.
Oh, that was crazy though.
Slim Shady LP. Maybe I should do that one day. But
yeah.
I feel like I don't know. Maybe when I was younger, I couldn't get through it.
I think he definitely has like if I'm naming top 10 hip hop songs ever, Eminem's definitely probably be up there with at least Lose Yourself or something like that. I think he has like classic records, and he's definitely like you can't deny his lyricism and what I'm saying, what he's done for hip hop, regardless of how you view him.
That's true.
But I definitely think he's overrated. You know what I'm saying? Not to say he's not great, but people will say he's better than Jay-Z or something like that, and I just can't agree with that. We all had Hove in our top 5. Nobody said
like Hove is my favorite rapper. Like all time.
Yeah,
it's Hove, but it's like they did the track Renegade together. I don't know.
That track was the track. If you listen to the song, like even the instruments. I think Eminem made the beat, but I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But the song was made, I feel like, for Eminem. Like it was easy for Eminem to flourish on that song.
That's
I think.
True, yeah.
But he definitely killed him. But I just think it was set up that way. I don't know.
Well, speaking about albums, man, what's you got a top 5 albums all time, Kyree?
Yeah, I do actually.
Like your personal favorites?
So, personal favorites, I would definitely put Get Rich or Die Trying up there. This is no order, but Get Rich or Die Trying will always be top 5. The Carter 2, definitely. Reasonable Doubt. Always felt like I was born in 93. Reasonable Doubt came out 96.
Right.
That was like the soundtrack to like my childhood as a toddler. Like my parents and the people my mom was around was always playing Reasonable Doubt. So that's gonna always be in my top 5. What more? That's 3. This one is probably like a not too obvious one. My favorite rapper name is Charles Hamilton.
Okay, I heard of Charles Hamilton.
Yeah, when Charles Hamilton came out when I was in high school, it was like he really I got my start because I listened to Charles Hamilton and I realized I could do this too and I want to do this. So he will always be, you know what I'm saying, in my favorite rapper list. And the Pink Lava Lamp, his first album was a classic to me. And also I probably put Good Kid, Mad City at 5. I think. Yeah.
I can agree with that, man.
Yeah.
Let me see, my top 5, man. Let me see, no particular order. I might try to piggyback off of you, man. I would say Reasonable Doubt from Jay-Z.
Yeah.
The Carter 3 by Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Even though I kind of believe the Carter 2 is better than the Carter 3, or the Carter 2 is probably the best Carter out of all of them.
I think it is. But the Carter 3.
I think it is, but the Carter 3 is just maybe the impact.
The impact was crazy.
More.
Yeah.
As far as just me knowing what I was doing during that summer of 08, you know, being in high school and just all those hit songs was on that album was just, you know, it hits different. You know, you remember, even, you know, with music, you always remember the time, you know, what you was doing when that album came out.
Exactly.
So for me, it'd be the Carter 3. I say Illmatic, even though, you know, I was a young boy when it came out, but you know how you gravitate to old music when you get older.
Yeah.
So me listening to that really, you know, changed my life.
Yeah.
So that's 3 albums. I would say Good Kid, Mad City as well, even though, like we always said, To Pimp a Butterfly is probably Kendrick's best album. But like I said, to me, Good Kid, Mad City was just had a different feel with that album when that came out.
I think with that one, it was so anticipated and it delivered. You know what I'm saying? It delivered.
It's like you anticipating something.
Yeah, and then it happens.
It's like it happens exactly how you thought it would happen. So that's probably what made people feel like a certain way about that album.
Yeah.
You know, and one more. I can't even think.
The last spot always the hardest one.
Damn. Shit, man. I don't know, bro. I only got 4 right now off the top of my head, but that's what I would say.
I respect it.
Yeah. What about you, Sko? Yeah, any top 5?
Top 5, top whatever, not in any order or whatever. It would have to be the Black Album by Hov. I think that's what made me. It didn't make me a Jay-Z fan. I think it like fulfilled me as a Jay-Z fan. Like, now I listen to Jay-Z here and there, like his stuff. But like the Black Album, I was listening to that like through and through. I remember I had like a little gray CD player, and that's the only album I would listen to. So the Black Album by Hov, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Ye.
Yeah.
It would have to be To Pimp a Butterfly by Kendrick, because it was like that album. It just talks about like not only salvation for yourself, but as a Black community, as us in a whole, how we can save each other. And that's what it really touches on. I like that. And the way he was like talking to Pac at the end, it was just
that was wild.
It was dope.
Yeah.
So that I'm on 3. Food and Liquor by Lupe, because it was just way ahead of his time.
That was dope, though. I remember that one.
Like Lupe, he came out when trap was heavy, so like he really didn't get the attention that he deserved. Right? I think that album was just too ahead of his time.
Yeah.
At the time. I got one more. I have one more album. It'll go to Illmatic too. It'll go to Nas. Like that album was just. It got me through like college mostly.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Shout out to Nas. Yeah, Illmatic. So that's my top 5.
Hey, I think my 5th album would be Graduation by Kanye. Even though, like I said, just like Sko said, I would say My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy was Kanye's best album. But to me, I probably like Graduation more personally.
Yeah.
You know, on a listening level. But that's my top 5 right there.
Yeah.
So,
I respect it. When you say, go back to your list, Sko, when you say Lupe's album, or Lupe was ahead of his time, you think if he came out like somewhere like around this time, it would have did better.
Yeah, he would have did better around this time because conscious rap wasn't.
You think so during this time, though?
Yeah, during this time with the Kendrick and when.
All right.
Yeah, with Kendrick and Cole, like he would have been mixed in pretty well. But I feel like his albums were like ahead of his time. Like the topics he was talking about, people weren't feeling them because it was just trap rap. Trap rap was just more prevalent than that album. So,
early trap rap too, not like people consider today's music trap rap too.
Oh yeah,
but like early like you mean like Jeezy and T.I. and them, yeah.
But like early trap rap niggas was rapping during. It's like it's crazy because like Jeezy nigga he be rapping. T.I. was rapping.
They was still rapping back then, but it was the subject matter is what.
Right, that's true.
Yeah,
that probably is even dumbed down even more because even back then people would say, "Oh, trap rap's taking over," but I didn't know it would evolve to like just no, you know what I'm saying? Like
Gucci gang.
Yeah, bro.
Gucci gang.
Like,
no, yeah, they was rapping back then, but it's just a subject matter.
Yeah,
like,
right. I feel you.
Lupe was on some more conscious, black empowerment.
But to Lupe's to his like star, I think he and Kanye were like they pioneered I think they made it okay for whoever came after to come after. I think they were the first ones. So yeah, that's kind of like the Kanye was such a star that he kind of overcame that, but Lupe definitely like took the arrows so that a lot of other people can go, you know what I'm saying,
that's
safely.
True. Yeah, with the backpack rap.
Yeah, exactly. Pink polo. Yeah.
I feel like Kanye is not appreciated enough because I feel like he pioneered how producers produce today with 808s and Heartbreak.
Yeah.
Like the use of the 808 and auto-tune, I think he just took that and just leveled it up and like he just influenced a lot of people today like Metro and like Travis and like people don't really give him the credit for that, but I do.
Yeah. Sure. I think people give him the credit for it, but I don't think you can give him enough credit ever. I think he was so instrumental in that just saying that, he had a hand in it is not enough. I think it feels like that way because he was really the first one to like take that sound and do something amazing with it. So Kanye's another one that I feel like is gonna be on a lot of people's top 5. Yeah. And I respect it.
So what do you think? What is your best? Well, what do you think is the best rap album of this year, Kyree? Go, y'all can chime in on that.
Of this year.
YBN jump.
Yeah, I like YBN Corday's jump too.
Oh, I ain't heard that jump yet.
Check that jump out, man. Cause I thought he was just like a mumble trap type rapper, but he be spitting on that.
When I first heard him, he had responded to the Cole jump and was like, he kind of took like the opposite side, like. Cause Cole, I guess he kind of took it like Cole was coming at like younger rappers and he was kind of like coming at older rappers. But I always knew he could spit, but I ain't took the time to listen to him yet. But I heard he was nice. I don't know who I gotta look through my Apple Music and see who I would. I think my favorite one probably this year is gonna be that Dreamville joint.
Yeah, that was tight
I think Dreamville probably got it for me. I might need to be reminded of what came out this year, but
I feel like it's been like a slow year for hip hop releases.
Yeah, it has been.
I feel like last year was crazy.
Yeah, shit.
But this year's kind of been slow.
Kanye dropping next week, I heard.
Man. Speaking of that, speaking of that, that was on my top list of topics to talk about.
Yeah,
Kanye album Jesus is King is coming out next Friday.
The 27th.
The 27th. So my question to y'all is, why do you think he decided to drop this instead of Yandhi? Or was Yandhi the same album, but he just changed the name? What do you think happened?
I don't think he was ever intending on dropping the album when they were talking about Yandhi because it was just so quick. It was just so quick from Ye, him releasing Ye, that I didn't even believe it when I saw, Ye about to drop another album. So, like, I think this is, like, the album that he really intended on releasing.
For me, in my creative process, when I think about what Kanye probably happened, because I know if it was me, this probably would happen with me. You might have started on the album, which was Yandhi, and then it started sounding different. Like you might have got inspired by a different sound or a different subject or whatever.
Right.
Like I see he was doing the church thing a lot. It's gonna be a gospel album, right?
That's what we're thinking.
I know he was doing the church thing a lot, and maybe he was feeling that so much. He was like, I'm gonna turn this album into of this, and that's what it started sounding like. So he decided, let me go ahead and switch the whole process of it. Let me switch the whole concept of it.
Y'all seen the remix he did to So Ancient?
That joint was crazy.
I ain't seen it.
Dope.
I like that joint.
That
That was dope. Y'all think he's really starting to cult? Everybody saying he's starting to cult.
No, I don't.
No, I was talking about like he's like.
Now,
He's finding his own way to worship God, and like you can't be mad at a guy like that. Like you can't be mad at anybody like that. He's finding his own way to worship. Like everybody doesn't do the whole go to church and and everything else. So he started his own thing, and they just be singing songs that people talking all the time, but they just beat up on and sing.
Yeah.
Right. So,
see, I'm not. I've been in my bubble so much that I didn't even know that he was like starting a church or a cult like this. But I'm not surprised. Like it sounds like something Kanye would do.
And
but
I hate the sound of cult because it just
it sounds like
it reminds me of when back in 2012 and everybody was like, oh yeah, Kanye, Jay-Z, and Beyonce and the Illuminati, and on the new year they're gonna take over the world, new world order. I'm like, you dumb as fuck. Like, how the hell do you believe this for real? Like me back then thinking about the Illuminati, this rich, powerful white man.
Yeah.
Like,
Kendrick actually had a line. He was like, y'all probably know when I said, he was like, who said a black man in the Illuminati? Last time I checked, that was the biggest racist party. Yeah, like how? Yeah, that don't make sense.
Don't make sense. Like, people was believing that.
Yeah.
And people weren't listening to their music like that, like talking about it for real.
Yeah.
That was around the time My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy came out. So like a lot of people were just like distancing themselves from that album because of the allegations of the Illuminati, which is just
What I can see with it is that if I was like, you know what I'm saying, if I was, I went to school for like marketing and stuff like that. So if I was a artist and I seen that like by accident, people started to think that I was in the Illuminati. With my next video, I would probably tease it a little bit, or like, that's the smart thing to do.
That's exactly what they were doing. Like Rihanna and Hov and all the other people that have like skulls and stuff like that in their videos for people to be like, make little YouTube videos. Right here, you can see.
It's clickbait, And
Rihanna is now transforming herself into such and such. No. Beyonce is transforming into Sasha Fierce. The transformation is complete.
At this point right here, Beyonce throws up the triangle, which is the rock, which is the Illuminati.
Yeah, like if you paid attention to her last album 6 years ago, she did the exact same thing, and I can't be mad at it. You know what I'm saying? That's a smart marketing like ploy. So, yeah, people do it today still too. Like with the whole Tekashi thing. I think once he realized I could say the wildest stuff and people will eat it up, I'm gonna keep saying wild stuff so that I can keep being relevant and make this money.
So that's true, man. Yeah. Speaking of albums, man, I just want to touch on this real quick. Post Malone, man, he released his album I think last Friday or 2 weeks ago. I can't remember how long ago it was, but it sold 500,000 copies in the first week. Some people hate on Post Malone. They say he's a culture vulture. What do y'all think, man? Because he's an artist that sells. Yeah, he puts out now. He sells out arenas and everything.
I don't know. I don't listen to Post personally. Like I don't know. I guess he's like one of those rappers that a lot of white people buy into.
I got a couple things with this one because I feel like with Eminem, the same thing happened with him. I feel like when you appeal to like, both sides, but especially, Caucasian America, and I feel like you're always going to sell crazy because, there's a lot of Caucasians, but also like that you go mainstream way faster.
Right. Yeah. That's what
And I think Post gets his hate because just the way, it's just like if I had to say something, he looks like what a white person would do if they were dressing up as a rapper for Halloween. And yeah, and I think that's why he gets his hate. I don't know if he deserves it or not. I don't know, but I just think that's what it is. I always tell people like, Lil Nas X is like payback for Post Malone, like because they're doing the same thing but in different genres.
Right, it's kind of like opposite on both ways.
Exactly.
But the thing is, like, Post was more accepted. Like, people hate Lil Nas. Like, they were just trying their best to just kick him out of certain avenues and like genres and everything, and like they did not want him. They did not want Old Country Road to be considered as a country song.
Yeah,
and it's a country song because like with country music, like they got a white guy that be rapping on his tracks and he's considered country. So why not Lil Nas X can be considered country?
And in that song he wasn't even rapping. Was he rapping? He was singing.
He was just singing it and rhyming for real. Like a lot of country stars do.
Yeah. So I think it did have like a couple like some trap elements in the music, but it was still like the subject matter was country. It had a lot of country elements. It's a country song.
Billy Ray for it to be considered country.
That's wild. He didn't have to do all that.
I respect.
You shouldn't have to do all that.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to do that. But I do respect Billy Ray for doing that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true too.
But at the same time, like you could do it and make money. Like it's no like I can see why he would do it for like the righteous reason, and I also can see why he would do it, for the dollar sign reason.
Yeah,
so
I mean, it worked out both ways for both parties. So
yeah.
Shout out to Billy Ray and Lil Nas, man.
Yeah, but when Post Malone first came out, I never saw this coming. I thought he was just like thought White Iverson would be like a one hit wonder, but he definitely took it and made a whole career out of it. So I respect it.
I think people the hate that I've seen was because he has all hip hop artists
on his
album.
Wow.
But I think that's why they say he's a culture vulture, trying to use the features to, I don't know, gain more sales or whatever.
Yeah,
because he's not really a rapper to me. He's more of a like singing on tracks type. I don't know. I can't explain
like, would
it
you
now.
consider that?
A lot of rappers do that now.
Yeah, that is rap now.
It's like harmonizing over a beat.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that's what Juice WRLD. He's kind of like that too. He kind of like sings over a beat. He don't really rap to me, but I mean, I guess that's the age of hip hop we live in now. So
yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, Juice WRLD is a funny case because I felt like I don't look at everything with race, but I feel like because he sounds like on his music. I forgot what the name of that hit record was. But that record, if you told me that was done by a white dude, I believe it because it sounds so much like emo rock, but mixed with like rap too. That like I see why it's so appealing to like everybody. So like he is like an interesting. I think he's like crazy to me that he came out like that, but I'm not surprised either.
Right.
I think XXXTentacion kind of paved the way for that type of music to be like the new wave. So
I don't know, man.
Interesting times.
Right. Speaking of interesting times, man, this nigga 6ix9ine, aka Tekashi 6ix9ine. This is like the big story in not even hip hop, just the news in general. Like even main news people are talking about 6ix9ine.
Yeah.
So, I guess the thing is people don't like about him is, they're saying he's snitching and he's calling out people. They say he even called out Jim Jones. And they say he didn't mention Cardi B, but the judge had mentioned Cardi B. Mm-hmm. And I think he spoke on that too. But, like, what do y'all think about that as far as somebody that, like, he really, like, we all know now, like, because even when he came out, some of us had, I guess, questions of, is he really a real gangster or is he really living the life that he claimed to live? But we all know it's a lie now because he's just telling on people. And he's saying himself, like, he just used his persona to really get his career off the ground.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure we knew of artists before him that have done that before. But it's like we really know now, like somebody really like telling the truth about it. Like we never really hear anybody say that like, yo, I made all this shit up.
Yeah.
This is the first person I've heard that said that before, so it was just wild.
I ain't even thought about that, like that angle of it. That is crazy.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do y'all feel about snitching? Like, I know for me, snitching to me is if you are with a group of people that's doing certain things when it all goes down, don't snitch on anybody that you did that dirt with too.
Yeah.
It's one thing if you like maybe seeing somebody like you had nothing to do with it, but you happen to see somebody get killed, or there's no information that can help somebody get justice. I feel like that's different. That's not snitching.
Yeah.
But if you're in it with a group of people and then y'all all get caught and then you rat them out, that's snitching to me.
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I agree. Like snitching to me is when you're doing dirt with somebody and y'all both doing it, y'all both know what y'all getting into, and y'all both agree that we're gonna do this thing, and then when shit go left, you fold and you snitch on another person, or like if you also would consider snitching if something, I ain't gonna say like if it has nothing to do with you, and then you go out of your way to like tell on somebody, not with like murder or something like that, but like usually I feel like snitching came about with like, people hustling and selling drugs. Like if you going out of your way to like stop somebody's money that's trying to get it that way, that can be considered snitching too.
Yeah.
But mostly it's like when you in the lifestyle too, and you decide to save myself, I'm a tell on my homeboy, my friend, or my person I was doing this crime with. You know what I'm saying? Like when you into that world, you know what I'm saying, that's what you agree to. That's the street code or whatever. That's what you know what you get yourself into. So with 6ix9ine, I feel like his story got so many elements though that I don't like. He definitely snitched because he definitely told these niggas to do the things that they did, and now he's telling that they did the things. Like so, like he was definitely like in the midst of it. Some people consider him like the boss of it. Like he had the money and he was financing these activities. So he definitely is snitching if we give it a definition.
I feel like I don't consider it snitching for him. Like, he didn't really know these guys for real. Like he met them back on the set of Gummo video back in 2017. And like, he was repping them and financing their activities and everything else, but when it came down to it, before he was locked up, like, him and the gang was going through it, in which he was trying to separate himself from them.
Yeah, they was trying to kill him.
Yeah, they was trying to kill him. Then one of them kidnapped him and, like, robbed him.
Yeah.
Like that, so.
Yeah. Like I said, you can't... And there was, like, fucking his baby moms, I heard, and like, a bunch of other stuff.
I don't equate it as snitching, so I'm not going to snitch on some people that was trying to do me in and kill me and rob me. Like, you gotta be careful.
Like, I'm doing 47 years for these niggas. I can see why people would say that. But when I heard that, like, the things that these people are going to jail for is like the beef he had with Casanova. So when he agreed to have these people come into his life and promote his music and give him this tough guy image, he won't just like, all right, be in the videos, do this, talk y'all shit, yada, yada, yada. It was like, all right, I don't like Casanova, I got a problem with him. Like, he admitted that in the testimony, I think, and was like, I had a problem with him, we need to do something about him. And then the dudes that was really about the life was like, okay, cool, we're gonna do it. And then they went and did it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he was, once you take on that beast of like being in the gang or like being associated with the gang, and then you start ordering hits, then it is different. But I definitely see like you wouldn't want to take time, like do time for these dudes that really didn't give a fuck about you. So why should you like try to save them or like go down with them? It's a hard decision. Me personally, I would never put myself in that position to have to. Put yourself in that position in the first place. That's crazy.
Like, all this came for him trying to, do his music career.
Yeah.
Look what got you, you know what I'm saying? But
I think the bigger question is like, can he come out? Like, is he gonna come out and still try to do music, or like?
That's what I asked that. Yeah, I don't know. I would see how it would make sense for him to still get, I guess, plays or people still listening to his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I think because of the time we live in, and I don't know, I just feel like it'll be weird. I feel like he can come out and still make a song, and it might not be as big as his other hits.
If I had to make a prediction, I would bet on that he does. Like, if he can, like if it's like if he can do it without being shot,
right?
He can. Like, I think the way social media is set up these days and the way these kids are set up, like they're not gonna care. Like once he comes out and make a funny ass video on Instagram, he's gonna be right back where he left off. And I think the question about it is whether or not like he can like safely perform his music and like safely be in the public. Yeah, like I don't know.
I feel like he's done in music, like, because everywhere he goes to like try to tour, like people, it's just gonna be a mark on his head, or he's gonna be classified as a snitch, or whatever. And I believe that he has enough money to whereas he can just be done and just chill somewhere.
Yeah.
Because his image as a rapper is just tarnished, and I don't see him getting that back.
Yeah. I would have said that, like, you know what I'm saying, in a different age. I just feel like today the biggest consumers of music is like preteens, kids, and they not gonna care. They as long as he making them laugh and the music is like exciting and lit, which is that I think that's his appeal. And because he might come out and be like, I can see it coming out and be like, yeah, all that shit was lie, I'm still a gangster, et cetera, and people eating it up. But I just don't. It's gonna be fun to watch. I don't know.
We gonna definitely see, man. But yeah, Kyree, I'm gonna put you on the spot again, man.
Mm-hmm.
You think we can get a quick freestyle, man?
Oh yeah, I can rap. I can rap for this.
You wanna remember you just want to acapella that joint.
I'll just do acapella.
Facts,
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Just do it quick.
Let's get it.
All right, so let's take it back to the fabric. Back to the magic. What happened? The thing we crafted is absent. The shit is madness. I happen to be involved. Happy to help the cause. Exactly. You think I changed because rapidly I evolved. Don't ask me about that bitch. Ask me about a lick and I tell you to get the money and blow it all on your wrist. Now she blowing all on my dick and I tell her to take it slowly. Remember, it's a cold December and you don't know me. Cold-hearted. Snow done froze on my rose garden. Apart from the lack of trust, I've been feeling just like a target. Aim higher if you wave it at me. It's been a long year, tired. I can't claim I'm happy, but still inspired. They say crying for the weak, though. You lying through your cheekbones. Say I ain't a giant, I'm Goliath. And you like Tito. That's what I got for y'all right now.
Let's get it, yo. I got a song out, bro.
Oh, yeah?
We was fucking around, but it's a real recorded song. Me and Skull and some other people.
Oh, shit, I still want to hear that
shit. It, bro. I'm listening to this. You'll be weak. But no, that shit was fire, man. I appreciate you, bro.
No doubt, anytime. I appreciate you bringing me out, you know what I'm saying, coming, inviting me out to this joint. Definitely want to support you, capture the world, you know what I'm saying? Y'all doing y'all thing, I feel it.
Thank you, man.
All right, let me get in my bag.
Let's go, one more.
Let's do it.
I never lose, so let's conclude. I'm always on my P's and Q's, flow more solid than G or dudes. It was written and it was tattooed. Arabic lane from up to money mainframe like CPUs. You stuck in cold winters, I'm on a tropical cruise. You may call a wife, I'm just calling a boo. And we stay out of sight like Mr. Magoo. But not to be rude, it's about me, it's not about you. All these bitches stick to me like I'm hot glue and nigga, not you. Can't you see the adhesive change by my neck? All Jesus pieces stay high in the sky with Jesus nieces and they all roll L's in Victoria's Secret. Little song slight.
All right, David, you gotta. I'm saying put you on the spot
shit,
now, man.
I ain't better sit on me like that. So we need to go next. Get the fuck out of here. I need a paper and pen.
Let's go.
Matter of fact, I need. Let me get what's that boy name that did Drake John?
Quentin Miller.
Let me get Quentin Miller. Send me something right quick.
Hold on, let me get my ghostwriter.
Let me get my ghostwriter. But nah, man, that's what's up, bro. This is my last question for the night.
All right.
This is a question I ask all my guests, man. How do you plan to capture the world?
Oh man, I like that question. All right, so I plan to capture the world by, you know what I'm saying, my goal has always been to go out and do what I want to do in this world. Like, we get one life, you know what I'm saying, like, it'd be a shame to spend it not doing what you like to do, not doing what you love, you know what I'm saying, not taking full advantage of the gift of life that you've been given. So my plan is to just go out, keep doing this music, you know what I'm saying, I want to travel soon, want to see the world, I want to do everything that, you know what I'm saying, that means something to me. So, and to me, that'd be my hobby, my dream, my passion, music. I want to see the world, and I want to find, like, you know what I'm saying, love for real. As corny as that sounded, I definitely want to find love.
Corny, bro. We getting old, my nigga.
Hell yeah.
You know
like,
what I'm saying? They trying to have families.
Dead ass. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so fucking, my standards are so high, like I want to like find somebody that's like perfect. So that's a goal for me. Bro. That's the goal for me. And you know, so just raising a family that I can give my knowledge to, and I can set them up to be successful as well. You know what I'm saying? Basically just doing, you know what I'm saying, reaching my goals is how I plan to capture the world. So, yeah.
And that's what's up, man. Like I said again, man, I appreciate you, Kyree, for coming out.
No doubt.
Let's tell the listeners your social media one more time, where they can find your music, and let's follow you on Instagram and stuff like that. All
right, yeah. So you can find my music on, you know, I'm on YouTube, youtube.com/Kyree Wiley Music. I'm on SoundCloud.com / you know what I'm saying, Kyree-Wiley. You can also hit me on Twitter at Kyree Wiley. That's KYREEWILEY. And on Instagram, I'm on Kiloky, KILOKY _. You know what I'm saying? Just hit me up anytime. I'm a real nice guy. You know what I'm saying? Anybody could DM me and let me know whatever. And, you know what I'm saying? I show love, so, yeah.
That's what's up, man. Well, that's a wrap, man. This is episode 9. This is David Carmichael II with the Caption the World podcast. Yeah. And shout out to all our listeners on Apple Podcasts and Spotify and YouTube. Appreciate all our listeners, man. We're just getting bigger and better. Episode 9, we're gonna have plenty more to come, man. So appreciate y'all again. This is Sko, aka Damien, or Damien aka Sko, and my boy Kyree, man.
Yo.
And we out. Episode 9. Y'all have a good night. Peace.
Norfolk City, ain't no matter where I go, I got Norfolk with me, cause the city on my back, and my niggas in the back who don't rap, they just strapped and dressed in all black, so act right and get rap tight, I can spaz and body bag you fast, cause my rap's tight, and your bitch still wishing it was last night, reminiscing like she just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle, well I'm sorry baby girl, I can't stand goodbye, so until next time, keep your man in mind and get high. Get high. She just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I can't stand goodbye. So until next time, keep your man in mind and get high. Your G5 couldn't get this fly. You ain't smoking my life, you can't get this high. So they hoping I might puff and pass to the right, but I can see it in their eyes. Pupils filled with spite, they one step. Professor Kai gave everybody F's and they wept after reading. I'm sorry, can't stop the bleeding. No pressure, I'm undefeated. Rappers hardly competed, they might as well have retreated. Believe it, I be the phoenix. Even Gina's on my penis. Screamed of it when she seen it. She swears the kid is a genius. My baddest bitch is from Venus. I grab her hips when I need it. She powder looks when I'm leaving. Only love her when I'm deep in. That's what she thinking. I'm thinking that maybe this bitch is tweaking. Maybe she needs a weekend alone. So I'm gone, passion, no fly zone. Dropping bombs on your home when every verse gets thrown. So hold your dome and find yourself a safer zone. She just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I can't stand goodbye. So until next time, keep your man in mind and get high. She just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I can't stand goodbye. So until next time, keep your man in mind and get high. She just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I can't stand goodbye. So until next time, keep your man in mind and get high. She just want a chance to fly, a chance with Kyle. Well, I'm sorry, baby girl, I can't stand goodbye. So until next time, keep your man in mind and get high.